Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And we're here today with Robin Shimizu talking about happy, healthy habits. Good morning, Robin. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing great this morning, Carolina. How about you?
All is well. Every time I see your smiling face, it just makes me smile. I don't know what to say. And laughter is a merry medicine. So, hey, every time I see you, I feel better. I hope all is well with you and yours.
Yes, yes.
Great. What's our subject this morning?
So we are blessed with having a guest. Claudia Newman's going to be with us in a minute, and I'm going to
Ooh,
introduce her. And she is I look at her as somebody that we go to for food questions.
yes.
And so I thought, okay, what's in everybody's garden, if you have a garden,
Mm,
or in the grocery
mhm.
store that's in abundance right now? And we're in summertime, so I'm looking at cucumbers.
Ah,
And I thought, okay, so what are the health benefits of cucumbers? Because you see cucumbers everywhere. They've got it in water when you want, go
mhm.
get some drinks and things like that. So I didn't know all of these health benefits of cucumbers. So I thought I would share it quickly with the audience this morning so they could take advantage of their cucumbers in their garden,
Ah,
um,
nice.
or at the grocery store. They're on sale,
Okay.
right? So cucumbers are 96% water. So they're very hydrating. And they are really good for your bone health because they have high vitamin K in them,
Oh,
and they can help. Vitamin K can help significantly lower hip fractures and bone issues for us as we get older.
mm.
It's also good for cancer and preventing cancer because it has polyphenols, and these polyphenols can help postmenopausal women with breast cancer, significantly reducing the mortality of the disease.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
That's
just
big.
that's huge. And also, it helps with the adrenocarcinoma, which is the lining of your organs. So, colon cancer is another one that cucumbers can really help. They also can help with cardiovascular health because they contain flavonoids, which is a plant phytonutrient,
Mhm.
and they can really help reduce the risk of heart disease. Um, because they're antioxidants that prevents free radical cell damages, anyway, and blood clots. It can also help with diabetes.
This is amazing.
I
I
know
it,
the list goes on. So cucumbers are found to have large anti-hyperglycemic, which means that they lower glucose levels. So people with diabetes that have trouble with insulin can take benefits of
yes.
cucumbers. They can
Wow.
also help with inflammation. They're an anti-inflammatory, which can help soothe, and they help soothe, skin issues like sunburn, things like that.
I am
Very,
ready
very
to run out
nutritious.
and buy some cucumbers right now.
I know they're low in calories. They have a little bit of protein and lots of potassium and vitamin C and folate. Just the list. I mean, the nutrients are amazing. There's tons and tons and tons of different types of cucumbers. I'm not going to go into that because I want to introduce our guest.
Yes.
But there are problems with it. Sometimes people do have problems. So who should avoid cucumbers?
Thank you. Come on.
So people who have irritable bowel syndrome or IBS
Mm-hmm.
should avoid cucumbers, and people with blood clotting disorders also.
Mm.
And then if you have allergies, hay fever, and things like that, you could be susceptible to allergic reaction to cucumbers. But
Mm.
in summary, they are a healthy addition to most people's diets, and they have the benefits of helping you stay hydrated, calming and cooling your skin, and even reducing some health risks, such as diseases, cancer, inflammation, and more.
Wow. Listen, that was worth the price of admission right there. I I am so ready to run out and buy a bunch of cucumbers and start infusing my water with cucumbers.
Maureen Stevenson's probably jumping up and down, clapping us right now because
That we
that.
that we finally got some information that makes sense.
Yes,
Yes. Thank
yes,
you, Maureen.
yes.
I know you've been trying to probably tell us this for years.
Well, she grows all that stuff in
You
her
sure
yard, right?
does. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we just want to celebrate this information. And I want to thank you for that. Wow. This is going down in my book of things to do. Okay.
Buy some cucumbers. Okay, so today we are blessed. We have Claudia Newman with us, and I want to introduce her by reading her a quick intro. It's going to take a couple minutes, but I want people to know who she is.
Okay. We're
Right?
excited.
Okay, so Claudia Newman started her journey back in 2017. She's been in the culinary world as a talented caterer, where she honed her skills in crafting exquisite dishes and creating memorable dining experiences. However, Claudia's passion for food extends beyond just mere culinary artistry. She has transitioned her focus to event planning and while still
Mm.
maintaining her commitment to promoting food, health, and wellness. In addition to her event planning endeavors, Claudia deeply invested in educating and empowering individuals to make healthier lifestyle choices. Through her ongoing work, she continues to train and advocate for food health, helping people transition to more nourishing and sustainable way of living. Claudia's unique blend of expertise in event planning and food health makes her an asset to our community. She intends to offer valuable perspectives from her insights and experiences, which will enrich our conversation and inspire new ideas in healthy food options.
Wow.
So, with
I am
that, let's bring on
so
Claudia Newman.
excited.
Yay!
Okay, well, let's bring Claudia in.
Wow,
Hello, Claudia.
that's better than I remember.
Isn't that the way when someone is introducing us, we sort of like I said, are they talking about me? Yeah, we talking about you, girl.
Welcome, Claudia. Good to see you.
Same here. Good to see you ladies both. The workup on cucumbers. Of course I'm a fan. I'll always be a fan. And when you talk about the benefits with people who are diabetic, I am also a fan because I have diabetics in my family. I
Mm.
just lost my mother-in-law who was she was a brittle diabetic, and we put her towards a plant-based diet where we were able to extend her life a little bit more and enjoy her a little bit longer. I know a lot of people miscategorize cucumbers as vegetables. They're actually considered fruit in the scientific world. Cucumbers and tomatoes are considered fruits, not vegetables. And yes, they are very hydrating, and you should always. I think I nibble on cucumbers when I'm hungry because it's like, okay, find something to put in your mouth when you're hungry and you can't access some food right away, or go to the junky places, the fast food places. So I tend to try to keep cut up cucumbers and cut up bell peppers in my arsenal when I'm hungry.
Now that is a revelation too, that we could actually store them. We don't have to eat them right away. We could store them and snack on them.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I put them in a chilled bag that I have. I just, I make it work because the whole idea is like, I can't go back to, like, going to something right away for fast food because of course, well, we know it's not healthy. No
Mhm.
matter what fast food you pick, it's not healthy because we don't know the ingredients of such. However, we know the ingredients of a cucumber. A cucumber.
There you go. And I would imagine that the skin is good for us too. You know, is that the roughage part
Yes.
that would help clean our colons?
Absolutely. In fact, let's talk about another myth. When you prepare vegetables, everybody cuts off everything of importance. Some people peel apples. Some people
Yes.
cut white pith that's on bell peppers, they cut that off.
Yes, I
That's
do.
that's a very nutrient dense part of the bell pepper. You shouldn't cut it off. You should consume it. Anything basically that you would normally cut off, like I know people sometimes there's a texture issue with peaches because of the fuzz, but those skins are there for a reason and they're beneficial to everybody. So you shouldn't cut that stuff and throw that stuff away. Same with carrots. I know people peel carrots because of the aesthetic value of how they look better peeled. But
Mhm.
what I do with my carrots is I just use a rough scrubbing. Um, it's like a cloth, but it's rough, and I just scrub it clean. But I also eat the skin how it's grown. I don't cut it off, but I do eat more organic vegetables or vegetables that I've grown or someone else has grown.
Wow. Whew. I just learned something right there in the first 2 minutes of our conversation about what I'm doing wrong.
It's not wrong. It can be a preference, but we can do things better. How
I
about
was
that?
gonna say, how about better? Yes.
Yeah, it's not wrong. It's how you do things. Like, um, I wouldn't expect somebody to even eat, the skin of an orange, and even the skin of an orange has a lot of benefits. Of course, consuming it is very bitter, but
Yes, it is.
when you juice, you can juice the peel and the pith.
Mm.
So that might be a better option. So you can cover up some of that bitterness with just adding an apple to your juice. So that could be helpful. And then the other thing is when it comes to peels, and we'll talk about it's all these other segments that I can think of, but you can use those to clean your home. So put some orange peels in vinegar, and then you can switch that around your home as opposed to what we use now, which is probably highly concentrated chemical substances that we breathe in, and it could have issues with our heart, our health, our lungs, and everything else. So those peels are really good. You can even just put them in some water on the stove and just boil them through and put a wonderful scent in your home. I know
Mm.
some people use candles. Candles are a little bit tricky nowadays too because it puts chemicals in the air.
Mm.
So there's all these different options too with your food waste as we know it. Yeah, that's a different segment, I guess. We could talk
Okay.
about this
Well,
forever.
what are we talking about today?
So today, with the finalization of transferring and rebranding to do mainly events, I want to talk to people and give people the encouragement to let people not care about you. So, for instance, you go to an event, and this happens to me all the time because I'm vegan. You go to an event and you're disappointed because what happens? You go to an event, you want to celebrate your daughter, your son, your aunt, your grandmother, but they have food there, and none of the food that they have is something you can eat.
Mm.
A lot of times when people plan events, they don't care about everybody involved. They just care about themselves. And I'm not trying to say that people are selfish. I'm just saying that people might not be aware that it is important to make sure that everybody can consume the food. Um, for instance, I'm going to give a small story. I went on a vacation this weekend with some girl. It was a girl trip. One of the girls was highly allergic to tree nuts. We went to a winery. We got all these different charcuterie type items, grazing type items, olives and kale and all this stuff. We set it out, and you could just basically have what you want. Well, one of those items was olive. And of course, this person that's allergic to tree nut put it on her plate and then she consumed it. She's like, wait a minute. And I was like, you know what? I did crunch something and it seems like it might be an almond, which she's allergic to, right? Of course, so she spit it out. She rinsed her mouth out. Luckily, she didn't swallow it. we were able to resolve the issue. But the thing about it is that those items that we picked from the local winery shop, they have these food items. They're allowed to have these food items, but none of them have labels. So you can't tell what's in them. So same thing when you go to an event.
Mm.
Always encourage the person that, are you going to have something there that I can consume? Because I don't want to go to your event and I'm the only one not eating, and I don't want to bring my own food to an event. That
Mhm.
just seems crazy. Um, so what I will say is, when planning events, we often focus on the decor, the venue, the guest list. The food, however, serves to play a crucial role in how guests feel and enjoy the occasion. Choosing healthy options can elevate an event by just gathering to elevate an event from just a gathering to the truly enriching experience. Research shows that what we eat impacts our mood, energy levels, and overall enjoyment. By offering nutritious and delicious food, we can create an environment where guests feel their best and connect more deeply with one another. Wouldn't isn't that the experience that you would want at somebody that comes to an event that you have?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
why
and
would
you
you deny them from eating food that they can't consume? It seems
and
crazy to me.
I wonder how a lot of times we miss things like people are allergic to different types of shellfish. We sometimes we catch the nuts because we're talking about cookies or sweets and things.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, and I'm wondering, is there something else we're overlooking besides shellfish and nuts? What other common things should we be looking for? That
So yes, shellfish are a big issue. I don't When I do events, or when I plan events, when I work as a consultant to help plan events,
Yes.
I don't even try to figure out what are the main allergies. I
Okay.
specifically ask the client, whoever is on your guest list, can you yourself do your due diligence and find out what they're allergic to, if any? And then I take it a step further, because this is the other thing we're talking about. We want guests to feel comfortable coming to an event. I ask them to find out certain things that guests might not particularly like as well.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And you always accommodate all those things. Not all the time, but you focus on the allergies first.
Yes.
But I'm key to every event that we have, where we have whatever meat items people choose, whatever meat protein items people choose, we let that be the meat item. Every time we have an event in the past, like when I catered, we make sure that there's vegetable items, but most of the time, and our culture, we put meat in everything.
Yes.
Meat and beans, meat and greens, meat and dairy products, and nuts and sweet potatoes, candied sweet potatoes. A lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
people don't realize. Like sometimes, like I have an event coming up where they're requesting candied sweet potatoes with marshmallows. A lot of people don't realize that marshmallows are a pork product. Some people are allergic to pork, or some people, for religious reasons, are also, they just don't consume it. Which brings
Yes.
back the other part of it. Within your community of people that you're inviting, do you know if they have any religious practices that they follow? You don't want to give somebody who's Jewish anything that's non-kosher, which includes pork and unclean meats.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they may know, and they may try to figure it out on their own, but why should they have to do that? In the Muslim community, they mainly eat halal product. We are comfortable and know about a halal product, but there's a lot of companies out there that do not. And how
I
is that
have I
different?
have never heard of this. So what is that?
So a halal product. So Muslims do eat meat. They don't eat the unclean meats, in according to um, their practice. So unclean
Okay.
meats are shellfish. I'm sorry, unclean meats for them are pork.
Mm-hmm.
For Jewish people and people that uh, focus on the Hebrew national opinion, the unclean meats can also be shellfish and some fishes that don't have scales
Yeah.
or whatever. So we have all these different options. Halal specifically, the animals are blessed over, and then they're processed in a different way than most meat.
I see.
They're slaughtered, and then the blood is drained from them, and then
Mm-hmm.
they're prayed over. And
Got
that
it.
that's necessary and important for that community of people. So there's all these different, you see how there's all these different things that we have to be concerned with, and to go to an event and say, I don't care about these people who, your religious practice, your choice, your dietary choice, your health issues are somebody else's issue, not my issue. Not true. We don't believe, Saventi does not believe that. We believe that everybody should be able to be catered to.
Absolutely. That and wow, I'm just stunned. But I know that there are like hundreds of dietary laws within certain communities. But this conversation has opened up a whole nother window for me to consider when I'm planning an event. And I am so glad that we have you so that I don't have to do that.
Absolutely. We didn't think about it. And I mean, honestly, we've had clients that will say, I don't care about anybody else. This is what I want to eat.
Okay.
But what they know, what Claudia is doing in the background, is caring about what the other people eat. That's why we never put any extra products in the side dishes so people can consume them. And what has happened with that, they don't realize how excited their guests are, because we've had, like, I'm vegan, so I understand it. I've had a vegan come up to me. She wanted to eat the candied sweet potatoes, but she's like, I know they usually put milk in it. And I was like, yes, we do. Non-dairy milk. And then they're like, wait a minute, but then there's sugar. Yes, we do. We put sugar that doesn't have bone char. So you're good.
That doesn't have what?
Bone char. A lot of sugars that are processed now are processed with bone char, which means that is processed through the processing of an animal. But there are those sugars out there that are not processed with the bone char. So vegans can actually consume that. And then, like, there's all these different things that people know, which at this point, which is what I want to do, is to encourage people. Stop believing what is out there. Read your ingredients. Read your ingredients. Don't just eat what's on the shelf. We know that there's a ton of stuff that's usually in bags and boxes and cans. Read the ingredients. You can find something. Lakeisha was, as she's always here, but Lakeisha was here the other night, and I was like, I found it. And she's like, you found what? A lot of times we have a sweet tooth. I don't always. She probably has a sweet tooth more than I do. But I found an actual candy that had one ingredient. Can you believe that? One ingredient.
One ingredient? What is that? A secret for another show?
No, it's maple candy. It literally is made with maple syrup.
Maple syrup, just plain.
It is very rich, but it curtails any sweet tooth that you have. If you have a sweet tooth, you just down one of those and you're like, okay, my sweet tooth is done, because you won't want any more after that. It's very rich.
Wow. we're gonna have to talk offline about where you get this maple candy. But anyway.
They process it in Pennsylvania, but you can get it on Amazon.
Okay. All right. Well, I got folks in Pennsylvania. Those are my people. Those are my people. Okay. I want to say this, that we are so excited to have you in the house. And I'm going to come into the studio now. Let me do this. Take it out for a minute. And I want to ask you, do you have some upcoming events?
I do. We have 2 upcoming events. One is a vendor event. So what that means is it's basically a collection of people who have small businesses who want to push forward whatever wares they sell or whatever business that they want to promote. What I will say, why our events are different, because that's just that. We focus still within a vendor event, the quality of the event, by having food, having fresh food. We would never have a vendor event and other vendors that come, the patrons, they have to pay for their food. But the vendors that come, we always make sure that they have a lunch, because a lot of times these vendors are, there for the whole day. A lot of times they're there by themselves. That's not fair. So we want to make sure that they're hydrated. We might have cucumbers at this event, actually, now that we've talked about that. But we'll have water too. and we'll put a small food box together for all the vendors that we have, and that's how it's always going to be. That's never going to change.
Okay, let me ask you this. I put this up. This is a your Facebook page, and it has the date for the event as it looks like September the 21st. And it is from what time? 6 to
It,
9.
it's from 6 to 9. Yes.
And it's on Stockton Boulevard. Now, if they want to be a vendor, how do they contact you?
They can contact me through all of my means, Facebook, Instagram. They can go on my website, which is events. They can call me at 844-703-8368, or
Okay, well,
it's really just
I'm going to put these contacts in our um hold on, in the chat. Just let me get over here. I see your Instagram and I see your Facebook. Let's see if we can copy that and put it in the comments. Okay, and then I'll come back and you should see it posting now as we're talking. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put in the information for your LinkedIn and for your Pinterest. Between those, people should be able to find you. I'm telling you, I am so excited, Claudia, that you are back in business. And
yeah.
as you know, um, Robin is a caregiver, so she had to step out for a moment. But what would you like to say about this event that's coming up?
What I would like to say is I don't think we do this enough, which is there are so many companies in the world that are mainstream. We
Mm-hmm.
support those companies. I mean, when I say that, I mean like Walmart, Macy's,
Ah,
Nugget. But I am a big advocate of supporting smaller businesses. So be an advocate yourself and come to the vendor venture, because you're going to meet some really incredible people. These people have, are trying to get into the industry in whatever it is that they sell their wares,
mm-hmm.
and they need you. The other thing that I would say is what even maybe some of the people are not going to be there, but always look for small businesses, support the small businesses, because after COVID, there's a lot of different things that have happened, and people were losing their jobs. And so they are with these.
Claudia, let me interrupt you for just a moment. How much is a vendor space?
Oh, $50.
Okay, guys, you heard that. Now, is this your business phone number you were about to give out?
Yes, it's
Okay,
it's 844-70 events. I mean, that's the easy way to remember it.
okay, hold on. 844 dash what events?
Event 70.
Hold on. I'm gonna put events and then we'll do the 70 thing.
844-70 event.
Oh, 770 event.
Yes.
Okay, so this is wrong. Let's see here. Let's see. 844 dash 70
Event. EVENT.
EVENT, no S. Okay.
Or if it makes it easier, it's just 844-703-8368.
That's probably easier. 844 dash 70. Where are we going from there?
703-8368.
703. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Okay. I'm going 844 70 what?
3
Okay. Dash. Okay.
8368.
8368. All right. I have several people that I am going to recommend this event to who are small business owners who would love to come out and share what it is they do and how they serve. That is what BizChicks is all about. So we're going to make sure that we help get the news out through our newsletter, through our website, and also we're going to promote this daily. I'm going to try to remember to promote this event daily as we talk to our audience, because that's who we serve. Okay. In fact, I know a lady who just had her kitchen redone, and she makes bath bombs and soaps and things. I am definitely going to make sure that she has that opportunity. I hope also, guys, that you are planning to attend the BFC conference, the Business and Faith conference. They have vendors spaces. So if you're interested in that, you need to contact us here at BizChicks. We love to help you secure a space, and they also have reasonable fees. So if you're looking to promote your business, we highly recommend the Business and Faith conference, because you're going to encounter a lot of people who need catering for churches and business events and personal events. Oh, so good to have you back. I hope all is well.
Everything's great.
Good. We were talking about her events, and the fact that she has these events coming up for vendors.
Hmm.
Vendor spaces are only $50. So we're going to share this out every opportunity we have, right, Robin, to get people to come in.
Absolutely.
And so if you're looking for some unique items, you also want to make sure that you attend this event. Oh my goodness. So is there anything else you want to share before we go, Claudia?
Just be encouraged. Please don't hesitate when you have events. Please don't hesitate to ask for what you need when it comes to food. If you need an advocate, you can always call me because I will definitely speak up for you if you don't feel confident enough to do it yourself. I think that's fair. When you have events, when you're going to events, just make sure that you're speaking up for yourselves. There's a lot of things that we do in life where we don't, or we haven't spoke up for ourselves. This is one of those avenues where you should definitely speak up for yourself. I mean, you should on every occasion. You should never feel not obligated to speak up for
Mhm.
yourself and advocate for yourself. Um, I'm a component of that, but I'm also very feisty and direct, and I'm a Jersey girl till I die. As you know, Terralina, the East Coast swings
You
and
know, we
but
try to be as direct as possible. On occasion, we will be diplomatic, but at some point, we got to let you know we're there.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, well, we're going to wrap this up. We want to thank you so much, Claudia, for coming in and helping us get our food together. Okay, Robin, what do we have coming up next week?
Next week, we have Lakeisha Appleton with us.
There you go. So I
And
know.
the week after that, we have Linus with us.
Fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
you ladies always contribute so much to our lives. And we want you to know that we appreciate you. I know that sometimes it seems like nothing is happening, but I'm here to tell you that things are happening for
Mhm.
you because you took the time out to share with our audience. So we want to remind everybody it's okay to make money in your business. So go to the front of your own line. We will see you tomorrow where we're talking tech in plain to understand English with the Biz Chicks. Thank you again, Robin, for all you do and finding these fabulous guests. I already found out how to regulate my sugar several different ways. Thank you, Claudia. Guys, we love you and we'll see you soon. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Terlina.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Have a good one.